Now what we're looking at here is an extension of the discriminant, which is this thing here, as we saw earlier. And we're going to look at this thing called the quadratic formula. Now the quadratic formula is this thing right here, which says negative b, we need an x, which says x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. Now what this does is it tells us the x-intercepts. It tells us where the function equals 0. So by the end of this we'll have x equals some numbers. We may have 1, we may have 2, depending on whatever this thing here is. If this is 0, like we found with the discriminant, we're not going to have a plus or minus. We're just going to have 0 here, and we're just going to be left with negative b over 2a. If we have a positive number, then we'll end up with two x-intercepts, because we'll be able to do the positive and negative. If we have a negative number, we're not going to have any x-intercepts like we found, because we can't take the square root of a negative number. So let's have a look at how we can apply it. So basically, we're looking at these two equations again of 3x squared plus 4x minus 5, and then 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. Now, we've got a, b, and c. And we just substitute those four numbers directly into here. So 4 will be b, a would be 3, and negative 5 would be c. So we go through the substitution and we work out whatever it may be. So let's go with this, and we'll be expecting a third answer. So plus 4, so it's a negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 5 over 2 times 3. Then we simplify that. Negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16. Now negative and negative makes a positive. 4 times 3 is 12, times 5 is 60. All over 6. So it becomes negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 76 over 6. And now from there we go off and we simplify it, and we'll find that we end up with negative 4 plus or minus 76 simplified to a third becomes 2 root 19 over 6. We divide everything by 2, when it's negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 19 over 3. So it tells us that x equals negative 4 over 3 plus square root of 19 over 3, or x equals negative 4 over 3 minus the square root of 19 over 3. So now using the so these are our two x-intercepts, that and that. So then or the x values for our two x-intercepts rather. Now looking at this one here, we've got 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. Same deal, we just apply straight in. So negative 4, negative times negative makes positive, so we've got positive 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 all squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 4 all over 2 times 3. So we've got 4 plus or minus the square root of 16. Negative times a negative makes a positive. 4 times 3 makes 12. Times 4 makes 48 over 6. So we've got 4 plus or minus the square root of 64 over 6. And these are all x. So then from there, we've got 4 plus or minus 8 over 6. So we end up with 12 over 6. 4 plus 8 makes 12. So, or 4 minus 8, which is negative 4 over 6. So therefore, x equals either 2 or we simplify negative 4 over 6 to negative 2 over 3. So that's our two x-intercepts for this one, 2 or negative 2 over 3. So quadratic formula, when we've got our equation written in a general form, it's a really quick and straightforward method of finding x-intercepts. Quick way of finding x-intercepts without having to factorize or anything, and it works every single time.